You are exactly where you're supposed to be, especially if you are ready to live your dream life by having your dream body and your dream abilities, like to be able to just run at any moment, sprint top speed, to get up, to dance, to sing, to jump, to play, to carry children and elders as we are supposed to. So awaken from ye mighty slumber, because we're going to go over the way to change your reality by changing your identity. And how do we change our identity? How do we change our reality? How do we change what's happening on an everyday basis? Well, most of the time we got it wrong because we're consistently trying, number one, X out that word trying, and trying to change our reality by just changing our activity. And sure, changing your activity is obviously part of it, yet to just change your activity, you may have noticed you start doing something, New Year's resolution, or you get on a diet, or you get on a deep exercise and nutrition plan, and all of a sudden you start reverting back to the original way that you were, meaning you drop 40 pounds, you gain it back. You can apply this to other aspects too, like you start reading books and then you stop. You stop an addiction like watching screens for hours a day, or doing drugs, drinking, smoking, and then you go back to that activity and you're like, why? And then you start to create more adhesion or more sticky factor. You start creating this to be more of a habit because you feel so guilty about it, and you shame yourself and blame others and blame companies and keep on focusing on just the action. Yet the action is the effect. The cause of all action, write this down, the cause of all action, the cause of all effect is, oh wow, they planted up, that's pretty nice. The cause of all effect is your thoughts, is the mental plane, because the physical plane, your actions, are 1/3 of what's happening in our total reality. 2/3 of our total reality are your mental plane and your spiritual plane. And with the mental plane and the spiritual plane, you think, and we don't really do anything. It's written before, with man, nothing is possible. With God, all things are possible, because God is doing everything. We start the wheels turning, right? With faith, right? Faith, the Latin word for the root of the word faith is fetus. It's a baby. We're giving birth to creation of our reality. The womb of our reality is our subconscious mind. We plant in and germinate our reality by giving an idea or a thought, a belief that is charged with emotion, right? Or a thought that's charged with emotion becomes a belief. Bet. Belief, emotion, thought. Your thought is charged with emotion and becomes a belief, and then it becomes cyclic. Your belief creates your thoughts and your emotions create your beliefs create your emotions, your thoughts create your beliefs, your thoughts create your emotions, and they keep on cycling back and forth. How do we change that situation? Well, it's actually pretty simple, because simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Truth is simple, lies are complicated. So let's think of it like this. You need to change the beats in your brain, listening to the beats. You need to change the beats of your heart. Beats is an acronym. Belief is the B. How do we change our belief? Well, when we change our belief, we change our identity. And to change your beliefs changes everything, because a belief can the belief about the thing is more important than the thing, right? If you believe that eating fruits and vegetables is so bad for you, you're going to cause this physical placebo effect where we believe and we don't eat. Like this right here, this is amazing, right? I believe that this is a great source of food. Someone else just sees a plant or a weed, but this is a blackberry, right? And I've learned how to identify different edibles, right? When I'm walking, I'll show you another edible that you could just eat, right? Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll stay focused on this. My point is, yeah, there's another one right there. But my point is that our beliefs build our behavior. Your belief gets you to do something. If you didn't believe that a car wouldn't work, you would never go in the car. If you believe that a plane is dangerous, you're going to actually induce a fear that you will not get in a plane. If you believe that exercise is hard or it doesn't have a good payoff, you're never going to do it. Now, this is where you should start being like, oh, or may start, not to shit on you, but you may start being like, oh, wow, my beliefs are really important. Now, how do we change our beliefs? Certainly with information, yet it's also the attention. Where are you putting your attention, right? Woo! All of a sudden, attention goes to the flowers. I have a belief that these are beautiful, and I start to really increase my awareness about the beauty by giving my attention towards it. Where your attention flows, your energy goes, right? Or where your attention goes, your energy flows, and your belief starts to be created. So attention is a big part of how to create beliefs, acceptance and awareness. We're going to get into that as part of the beats, right? Because again, this is cyclic. Every word in the acronym of beats is cyclic. So you're going to keep on kind of going around and maybe put a little check mark on all of them. So B is for beliefs. E is for emotions. Emotions. Now, you may not think that you create your emotions because you think so fast that you don't realize that every emotion is preceded by a thought. Every emotion is preceded by a thought. Now, it's been said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so shall he be, because that thought in our heart is our feeling or our subconscious mind. And the feeling or the emotion creates, again, a belief. It charges our thought, and it becomes really impregnated, right? Faith, baby, a seed that's growing, that we keep on feeding with information and attention and awareness and acceptance. So, beats, belief, emotion. You create emotion by giving attention and awareness and keep on thinking about a certain aspect of life. And you create significance upon that thought, thing, person, place, or thing, when you consistently think about it. And then you create a story behind it. Story behind gold, that it's valuable. So you start getting emotional. You may really want gold. You may really love the idea of having gold or hate it. And those are both strong emotional fields that tend to attract whatever you're thinking about, whether you love it or you hate it, because what you resist persists. Okay, so we have belief, emotion, belief, emotion, and the A on beats it's a triple. We can even say 4, because first you must give acceptance. Like even hearing me now, accept this philosophy, this love of knowledge, accept this information. If you don't accept it, you reject it or you ignore it, then it may not come to you as smoothly, the process of reality creation. So when you accept it, and then the three biggest A's are really awareness, right? Being aware of it, which is another form of acceptance. Attention, giving attention towards it, right? When you give attention towards something, it's like you have a spotlight, right? You are the lighthouse, and you are emitting your light, so you are able to focus on something, and what you focus on frequently becomes your frequency. Your frequency is your awareness or your consciousness. When you are not aware of something, then it's like you could keep on like injuring yourself and not understand how to grow positively, because you're not aware of what gets you to the next level. If you're not aware of the staircase in the house, you're never going to get to the second floor, right? So awareness, and you will be able to get to the next level in life. So awareness and then attention. Attention creates that awareness. So that's really big. Attention and awareness and acceptance. Okay. I think there was actually acceptance wasn't the third A. It was awareness, attention, and keep on tuning in, subscribe, and you'll find out what that third A is. I'll recollect it within this video. Another really powerful A is appreciation. That is one of your greatest superpowers. Start appreciating what you have now, because you could only have what you have. That's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because until you give it to yourself mentally, you will never have it physically. Like if you keep saying, I'm poor, it's just going to attract more of that poverty. If you start saying, I am rich, you're going to attract more of that wealth. And you must believe it to receive it. It's not like vain repetition of these words. That's why it was said, like, when the weak shall say they are strong in the Bible. We must believe and then we will receive. Like, you don't receive and then believe. A lot of us have it backwards. It's be, do, have, not have, do, be. Be that person that will do the thing to have the stuff. When you start becoming healthy mentally and say, you know what? Say, I'm healthy. I'm making these, I'm doing this. I am this. And you will naturally start to do the things it takes to have your dream body. It's a really big one. Still stuck on what the third A is. Why am I not remembering it? All right, let me release that and it will come to me very quickly. So BEA, belief, emotion, attention, awareness, and then we get to the T. T is your thoughts, right? Your thoughts. Now, you emotionally charge your thoughts and they become beliefs. Gone over that. It's worth repeating. It's worth writing down. Your thoughts you create by giving that attention. See how it's cyclic? To certain things. You give attention to books and start reading specific books that are nonfiction, that get you to where you like to go. Like reading a book about nutrition, if you like to learn more about nutrition. Reading a book about fitness. Reading a book about whatever you would like to learn about. Then your thoughts will start to change. We have like limited amount of thoughts by what we limit our exposure or attention to. The only reason why I know what these edible plants are is because I thought about it and gave my attention towards learning about it and put myself around other people that know about these plants. So belief, emotion, awareness, thoughts, right? Attention, thoughts. And then the S. The S is our subconscious mind. Now, I've made other videos on the 4 S's to your subconscious mind, so you could check that out. But really quickly, your subconscious mind is developed by the sounds that you hear, right? I hear nature sounds. It starts to calm my subconscious mind so I could receive, as opposed to listening to the news, right? And that's another S, is social. Like, how are you relating socially in this world? Social media, social as in the news, the movies, music that you hear. Those are 2 different S's. Sounds that you hear and the social that you hear, or that you're around, your circle of influence. Now, those 2 have significance, but what is much more significance is the stories that you tell yourself about what is happening in your situations and circumstances in life. Like, oh, this is the worst day of my life. It's just going to attract more of the worst day of your life. It's going to attract more horrible days, as opposed to appreciation, giving thanks for what you currently have, taking inventory of your current wealth will increase your health, your happiness, your wealth, your success by multitudes of compounding. Like, it just keeps on compounding. All right, so the stories you tell yourself about what is happening, your circumstances and situations, people, places, and things that you experience. What stories are you telling yourselves? Are you telling yourself stories that of appreciation or depreciation? Are you increasing the value of what's happening, even if it is so-called problematic, because problems are solutions in disguise, right? Every obstacle is an opportunity to overcome and open the door to opulence. So the stories you tell yourself is much more significant than the sounds you hear and the social that you experience. Stories. And the stories help to create your self-talk, which is the most significant factor to your subconscious mind, is what are you repeating to yourself and talking to yourself about. A little different than the stories you're telling yourself. It's similar, yet your self-talk is like repetitive. I told you your thoughts happen so quickly that sometimes you don't realize they are creating your emotional state, because you have 50 to 70,000 thoughts every day. And according to the National Academy of Science? No, according to the recent studies, and you could look them up, you could just write in 80% of most people's thoughts are negative and 95% are repetitive. This is studying the brain and consciousness. So that's good news, because once you start to change your thoughts from negative to positive, change the stories and self-talk that you have consistently, then it's like on autopilot. You're going to be talking stories of love and gratitude and appreciation and grace and acceptance, as opposed to resisting and being upset and hating and depreciating and lowering the value of everything that's happening for you, instead of thinking everything happening to you. In fact, you get to the point where you realize everything is happening through you, because you are creating your reality. So the 4 S's are sounds, social, stories, self-talk, and then the extra S is physiology. Physiology, right? Starts with a P, but there's an S in there, right? Physiology is smiling, having good posture. If I was walking like this, I'm going to create that state in my body by producing it physically. It will start to create that birth, that fetus, that faith mentally, right? Because again, they're cyclic. They're cyclic. Everything's cyclic. Everything. So smiling, changing your facial expression, changing your tone in the way that you speak, changing your breathing pattern. Your breathing pattern alone can get you out of that scarcity or survival mode of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And you could start just being in your natural state of well-being, because it is your birthright to be happy, euphoric, and to be well-being. As a matter of fact, the word euphoric or euphoria means your natural state of well-being. So this is how to begin the creation of getting your dream body. And I work with students all the time. I have focused on tactics and strategies in the past. I still use them, still give prescriptions or exercise prescriptions that I've learned in college, in my undergrad, and for exercise science. And I still give nutrition outlines and go over the biology and chemistry of nutrition, because I have a master's in nutrition and a doctorate in nutrition and a doctorate in natural health. Those are vital steps, yet they're like 20% the tactics and the strategies, because tactics and strategies work sometimes for some people in some parts of their journey. They change throughout time. What doesn't change is the principles. The principles are everlasting. When we start to learn the principles, the laws that govern the tactics and strategies, then you start to develop your own essence, the deep meaning and purpose behind everything you're doing, saying, thinking, and speaking. And then that's when my students start to flourish. Like, I realized that, and then I got much higher success rates going over this essential step, the mental shift, the B part of the be, do, have process. So if you would like some help, or if you would like an extended masterclass, there's a short and a extended version or a full version of the masterclass over at theperfectbodyweight.com. You could check it out at theperfectbodyweight.com. And there's a bonus in there in the masterclass if you watch to the end. You could also get my full book, which will, oh my Lord, it will give you what my students pay thousands of dollars for if you could really extract that information. Now, there's no replacement for coaching and one-on-one action plans, or what I call a health GPS. Yet books are where all the knowledge resides, where all the wisdom is, where all the understanding is. And that's what King Solomon asked God for. And he would have been the richest man that we've ever known. He would have been a trillionaire in modern day times. And when God asked him what he wanted, he didn't say things and people and places. He said knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So open up some books, and you could get that book at thebesthealthprogram.com. Hope you're writing all this down. I'll probably drop the links for that in the description. Is, again, theperfectbodyweight.com, where you may have an opportunity, if you qualify and there's available times, to actually have a one-on-one with me, to be able to go over and clarify your vision and create an action plan or health GPS, knowing exactly what to do. And if you'd like to skip all that and just get the book, which is not just an ebook, I have dictated, orated the book, so it's an audio book. That is at thebesthealthprogram.com. You were born a winner. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, in the right place at the right time. And you are so beautiful. You are sacred spirit, manifesting miracles every moment of your life. Just realize that. Just accept that. All right? And I thought that the third A would come out here. Right? So it was awareness, attention, and my Lord. Well, that's why we don't put too much importance on anything. With just the awareness and the attention, you could get everything. Everything that you desire. As long as you believe, you will achieve it and receive it. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Matter of fact, I will put the third A in the description, because I have it on, matter of fact, I'm going to put it as the thumbnail, and you'll see the third A in an infographic. Thank you so much. May you stay blessed by the best of the best. and be your greatest self on the highest of heights. Blessed love. Thank you.